close your eyes and let the weight of your body sink deeper and deeper into the surface beneath you. Imagine that with every breath out, you are letting go of the modern world, the lights, the digital hum, the rush of the hours. They are all fading into a soft, grey mist. We are travelling back, past the age of electricity, past the age of steam, back to a time of stone and shadow and silence. We are standing at the foot of a hill in the north of Portugal. The air here is crisp. It smells of wild gorse and the cold, wet earth of the Minho Valley. Above us, etched against the indigo sky, is the jagged silhouette of the Castelo de Guimarães. It is not a palace of gold. It is a fortress of granite, ancient, unyielding, and perfectly still. Let us travel back 1,000 years. The year is 950. The hill is wild. There are no paved paths here, only the sound of the wind moving through the tall grass. Imagine the texture of that grass, dry and golden, whispering against your boots as you walk toward the summit. A woman stands on this very spot. Her name is Countess Mumadona Dias. She is a widow, powerful and wise. She is here to build a shield for her people. Imagine the sound of her heavy, woolen cloak brushing against the stones as she walks. The fabric is thick, dyed a deep, dark blue. She gives the order. Listen to the rhythmic sound of the first stones being laid. Clink, clink, clink. The sound of iron against granite. These stones are massive. They are the bones of the earth. Think about the men who moved them, using nothing but ropes and wood and the strength of their own backs. One stone at a time, one layer at a time. Mumadona watches as the central tower, the Torre de Menagem, begins to rise. She is not just building a wall, she is building a home for a dream. As the sun sets in the year 950, Mumadona sits by a small fire, watching the flickering orange light play against the grey rock. The castle is born. The stone is still fresh. The edges are sharp, and the silence of the mountain becomes the silence of the fortress. The years drift by, like the mist that clings to the towers every morning. The stone begins to weather. Moss, deep and emerald green, begins to grow in the cracks between the granite blocks. 100 years pass, then 200. The castle has grown. Its walls are now 12 feet thick. They are cold to the touch, but they are warm with the history of the families inside. It is now the year 1109. The air in the castle is thick with anticipation. It is a winter night. The wind is howling outside the battlements, but inside, behind 3 feet of solid rock, it is quiet. In a small stone room, lit by the soft yellow glow of beeswax candles, a baby is born. His name is Afonso Henriques, the boy who will become the first king. Imagine the nursery, a room of stone and heavy oak furniture. The wood is dark, polished with oils until it glows. The windows are small, narrow slits in the wall, keeping out the winter chill. The young prince sleeps in a cradle, carved from the very wood of the forest outside. As he grows, the castle becomes his world. He doesn't know the world outside yet. He only knows the feel of the cold floor and the warmth of the great hearth. He runs through the dark corridors. His small leather boots echo on the stone. Tap, tap, tap. He learns the history of his people from the elders. They sit by the fire. The logs crackle and pop. sending sparks dancing up into the dark chimney. He listens to stories of the knights who came before him. He listens to the sound of the rain hitting the slate roof, a steady, rhythmic drumming. But as Afonso becomes a man, the castle changes with him. It becomes a place of weight and responsibility. He spends his nights in the library, reading by the light of a single, flickering lamp. The air smells of old parchment and ink and the cold draught from the stone stairs. In the year 1128, the atmosphere in Guimarães is electric. Afonso stands on the high battlements. He is looking out over the field of São Mamede. The grass is green and the valley is wide. He is facing his own mother's army. It is a story of heartbreak and destiny. Think about the weight of his armor, the cold metal against his chest, the heavy leather of his gloves. He wins the battle, but he does not celebrate with loud cheers. He returns to the castle in the quiet of the night. The moon is full, casting long, blue shadows across the courtyard. He walks into the small chapel of São Miguel, which still stands today, just a few steps from the gate. The chapel is tiny, it is dark, and it smells of incense and very old stone. The floor is made of large, uneven slabs of granite. Afonso kneels on the cold floor. He is no longer just a son, he is a king. The silence of the chapel is the silence of a new beginning. He stays there for hours, watching the shadows move across the altar as the candles slowly burn down, one by one. Now, come back with me to the present. The kings are gone, the knights are memories, but the granite of Guimarães remains. The castle has survived 1,000 winters. It has seen empires rise and fall. It has seen the sun rise over these hills 365,000 times, yet it sits unmoving on its hill. As you lie here, imagine you are resting within those thick stone walls. Nothing can reach you here. The world outside may be busy, but inside the granite, time has stopped. The walls are like a shield, keeping out the noise, keeping out the worry. The air is cool, the shadows are long. The spirit of Mumadona and the heartbeat of Afonso are part of the stone itself. You are safe, you are protected by 1,000 years of history. Listen to the silence of the castle. It is a heavy, deep, comforting silence. Let the sound of the ancient wind through the narrow windows carry you deeper